Okay, I'm going to try to hold this camera as still as possible. I went down and took a screw in this afternoon and upgraded my bottle. Got a little bigger one, and I don't know, man, I paid 80 bucks for the bottle, then 20 bucks to get that thing filled right there. And they didn't have any bottles like mine available till Monday, and I sort of want to get some welding done on the Nova this weekend, so I'm not even sure that all happened so fast. I don't even know if I got any credit for my other bottle that I owned, or if I should go back and get my old bottle and try to sell that little one, or I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. But I had some Volkswagen questions, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a little video here. So some of you guys might not be interested in the Volkswagen stuff, and I apologize. The question was stock rockers over the Berg rockers. A friend of mine said he has a set of 044 heads, which are really nice heads. Those are the CB Performance castings. This is what I recommend. You know, this is a solid shaft rocker. It's a kit you buy. I'm pretty sure Gene still sells them. I would recommend buying his, you know, since you're out that way. CB Performance might have some. I don't really like the empty ones, you know, they're sort of cheesy. The adjusters especially. These are the old Cortina Ford adjusters. These are actually old Bergs. I don't know if you can still get these or not, but that's called a swivel foot adjuster. And the problem you have when you use a one-to-one rocker is rocker arm geometry. And you want the rocker arm at half lift to be parallel with the top of the valve retainer. When that geometry gets out of whack, it can be very hard on the valve guides and such, and that's the benefit over the ratio rockers opposed to the one-to-one rockers. It enables you to take half the lift off the cam and put it into the rocker arm. So instead of putting all the lift on the lobe of the cam, it lets you put a lot less lift at the cam, and then you can get the rest of your lift through the rocker arm. Now if you have to go the one-to-one route, you know, this is a FK89. That's way too big for any kind of street car. And let me get off this door. It likes to make a lot of noise every time I try to do a video. It's haunted. But anywho, you know, depending on what kind of combination you're going to do, really depends on the camshaft, and that's everything from the gear ratio that you're going to run to the compression ratio you're going to run. And you know, I'd be glad to work some stuff out on paper for you. You know, if you give me an idea of how much your car weighs, and you know, if you know what fourth gear and ring and pinion you have, that's a real good help, because you want to be able to tailor the cruise speed with the camshaft. Another combination that we didn't talk about that works really well, that a lot of the California guys do this, and so I got turned on to it. But they'll use those Wedgeport or the 044 heads like you have, and they'll use stock cam, and the cylinder head will extend the RPM range of the stock cam, and it gives you the ability to have a fairly stock valve train. So you have a low maintenance valve train, and that's usually the issue with the Volkswagen. So that might be a consideration. You know, I don't know how big your motor is, but when you go the stock cam route, you know, of course you want to make the motor big, so you have the torque, but it makes a really a stoplight rocket, and that was one of Clyde Berg's combinations that he turned us on to out here. So stock cam, double valve springs, big port, nice set of carburetors, mild compression, and that combination works real well, and eliminates the need to have the $800 rocker arms. So that's a consideration, but that's your answer on the rockers. And I'll show you the problem with the stock. Oh, that hurt? Can't get up under them feet, man. I can barely walk, kitty cat. This is the stock rocker right here, and you'll see these little clips here. They have these wavy washers behind the clips, and the spring-loaded washers will break when you add any kind of spring tension. So that's why we go to the solid shaft rockers, and this also gives you the ability to shim the rockers. You have to set it on the head and have the blocks bolted down, but you can shim the rocker arm where you can get a much quieter valve train. So that's the thought process behind that. And you know, the swivel feet help with the rocker arm geometry. So I've used a couple of the MP rocker arms, you know, the sets, and I haven't had any complaints yet. You know, I haven't got any back, but I don't think the guy drives it a lot. I built a bus motor for him, and it was pretty similar to the motor we're talking about. You know, it was 1835 69 by 92, and that was his choice. And I put the compression down about 6 even, really low, in experiment. I put like an AP3 or a little under a 110. I don't like the 110s in a bus because the lobe shape on it's pretty radical, and the lifter can get to bouncing over the top of the lobe. But I put a mild small cam in it, and double valve springs, big valve heads, no port work, and set of 44 Webers, and it runs really well. You can go back and look at the videos, and he was real happy with the power it made. So that's a consideration. You know, he does have those the MP rocker arms on his. Like I said, I don't think he drives it a whole lot. He does love it, so he probably babies it though. So when I build something, I like to be able to run it hard, you know. And you know, you can either go with the stock rocker with the shaft kits on them, or you know, you can step up to the high lift rockers. From what I understand, I'm not sure if you can still get the Scat high lift rocker. I hear it's pretty decent. They're about 260 bucks. And really you want to try to look into the high lift cam setup, because you know, again, it gives you the ability to take some of the lift off the camshaft, so you don't have such a radical profile on the cam, and you can gain some of the lift with your rocker. So instead of having, you know, 450 inches of lift on the cam lobe, you can have, you know, 260, and it makes it a lot happier. It makes it easier to balance the valve train out. So hopefully that answers your question, and you know, if you give me a little more details about your motor and stuff, I could you know, give you a decent combination. It sounds like you got some good parts. So I don't know what you have for bottom end or piston cylinders or any of that stuff, you know, or what size the valves are. Transmission, again, would be a good piece of information to have. So yeah, if you get back with me, you know, let me know, and I'll get back with you. Hopefully you see this video and it helps you out. And again, man, keep your eye open. You're out there in California. You know, if you can get a set of these Berg rockers or the Cat Meow, you know, I've got a couple sets of these. I have a set on my race car, and you can see I run it pretty hard. And I've had the set that's on my race car. I got them when Gene first started making them. As a matter of fact, they cost $260 when I bought them back in, you know, the early 80s. And this set here was gifted to me, and I haven't got to use these yet, but I was going to use these on my bus, my 2110. So yeah, I'm going to build a 2110 with my 48 Webers. You know, this is a tall manifold. These have to be port matched to the cylinder heads. And I'm probably going to go with the old crashed out cylinder heads down here. I've been working on this set. That's pretty loud, but that's a pretty crappy set of heads, but that's how it is, you know. I'll patch those together and make them work. And I got these, but they're cut for 94s, so I don't know what's going on with those. But yeah, so that's where we're at. And we do got that bird crank buried down there. It hasn't gone anywhere, and we got to assemble that for somebody. I got a set of rods, I got a flywheel, and I think I got cam. I need to get a set of lifters and some dowel pins and some hardware and stuff like that, and we can put that motor together. So that's where we're at. And yeah, check this out. No more Hyundai, it's gone. So I think that guy might watch my YouTube videos, I'm not sure. And I think he got nervous when I mentioned the DA paper. So all right, man, we're gonna let you go. Keep this short, and you know, again, let me know some more information there. Gear ratio, ring of pinion, basically, and your fourth gear that you have. And if you don't know that information and you have access to the number on the side of the box, you can give me that, and I can tell you at least what the box is supposed to have in it. So that's where we're at. And then I talked to Gaden. He's bringing us a bus training, so we'll be building bus training, and I gotta get this IRS training built. So 2 trainings to do now, and I'm gonna shift into doing more of that stuff and less body work, and you know, concentrate on getting my cars done, of course. But the trainings and stuff are a lot easier for me to do now than the body work, for sure. So all right, guys, back in the castle, and we'll talk to you guys later.